many congratulations. An absolute seesaw of a game. Every emotion you've probably been through. Just try and sum up how you're feeling after that.
Dogged, hard work, battle. You know, Northeast, number one, cock of the North, king of the North. I don't think either of us played our best darts, and I don't want to sit here in front of the media with a 94 average saying I got to the quarter final of the PDC. I want to sit here with a big 110 average and say, there's a statement. I'm here to win it. But I just seem to win. I seem to be winning those battles right now, and playing Chris Dobey is the biggest battle of all.
Was it tougher because it was Chris and you are such good friends?
Yeah, definitely. I was really suffering with the heat, but never worry when I tap my head. When I'm warm and I'm hot, the hotter the better for me. And I was suffering because I want to be the Northeast number one. I've probably been the Northeast number one for a couple of years now, but I totally get that. Callan Ridds, Ryan Joyce and Chris Dobey are right behind me right now, and more. So many players. It's a real hotbed of darts, and I just want to be that trailblazer for Cleveland and Teesside darts, and I was battling like mad, Phil.
Some key moments in the match, nothing more than set form, the 109 to go 3-1 up. Does that live in the memory for you?
The only memory I have of that match is the 109. I don't remember an awful lot. I genuinely remember sort of a couple of sets where I was 0-2 down, and maybe, I don't know if I went on to win them, but absolutely the only memory I have of that match is the 109 finish.
When you're embroiled in a game like that, I'm just going to bring you back to the last one when you got 18 left and you showed composure to split it. So you obviously were well in check with your emotions in that final set.
Experience, the loss to Martin Adams, the loss to Scott Waits, all that is in the tank. And that's what I say to an awful lot of players right now. Some of your losses, you never lose, you just learn lessons. So they're the kind of things that I was sort of coming back to. You can't be 3-1 up, Glenn, and then go on and lose 4-3. So they're the kind of things that you sort of fall back to, and experience won that match.
As you say, into the quarterfinals, the likelihood is you're going to be playing Gerwyn Price, the man of the moment. He's winning as we speak. That's going to be one hell of a battle. How do you approach that game?
I won't sweat. I won't be hot. He's the person I want to play. He's the one I want to sort of say to people. Everyone realises he's the second best player in the world right now. Gerwyn Price would be the perfect game for me. He's amazing. I just love watching him in the practice room. He just sits on his own. He does his own thing. And if I'm going to make a statement in the PDC World Championships, beating Gerwyn Price would be that moment.
Do you let your emotions go in that game like he does as well?
No, my emotions were all in the Chris Dobey game. I can assure you. I think I can relax now. You asked me, Phil, what did I want to do this week, and I said I want to reach a quarter final. I'm in the quarter final now. I think now I'm going to relax, and I think now I'm going to be dangerous.
Speaking of the quarter final, you said you needed it for the Holy Grail. You know what I mean by that? Do you think it's enough?
The Premier League is not. I hope I'm not talking myself out the Premier League. And my manager's right behind your shoulder right now, so I probably should be championing the Premier. It's not my be-all and end-all. The undisputed champion of the world would be very nice. I'm looking forward to Barnsley on February the 8th. Back on the floor. That's the kind of things. It's just, the PDC is special. And PD is very special, and my hobby is now my job, and I'm the happiest man in the world, and I'll give Gerwyn Price a great game.
Glenn, pleasure as always. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How hot is it up there? Because a lot of players are suffering.
Hotter the better for Glen Durrant. I say to my family and friends, it's boiling hot up there, but only because I felt like I was playing Chris Dobey. I didn't feel the heat yesterday afternoon, but never worry with heat for me. If I sweat, that's good. Being freezing cold would be a nightmare for me. So it's boiling hot. It's an electric atmosphere. It's what darts is all about. But I'm fine with the heat. Hot the better.
Do you think you've got more bottle than anyone? I mean, obviously Michael's the man, but other than Michael, you're the most experienced guy there.
At 3 each, people might have panicked when you're 3-1 up, and then to 3 each. But at 3 each, I remember looking at the scoreboard thinking, these are the games I've been winning in the PDC. So I've got bottle. It's nice. It's nice to have in the locker right now, and I felt at 3 each. These are the games you win, Glenn. Win your darts, break him, win again, and that's exactly how it went.
Can you win this tournament?
I didn't think I could win the tournament. I always give honest answers. I was genuinely thinking there's 96 players here. It's just an immense competition. A bit like the match play, a bit like the Grand Prix. I think when you get the quarterfinals and semi-finals, you begin to believe, and I'm believing right now.
You've been playing well for a while, Glenn, certainly in the big TV tournaments over the last couple of months. Do you feel you've got it in you to make the breakthrough to the semi to a final? And is that the next step?
Yeah, I'd love to make a massive statement. I think I'd love to. I'd love to play Simon Whitlock. If you ask me who would I like to play in the quarterfinal, but I'd love to play Gerwyn Price and make a statement to the whole world that the three times BDO champion came. He's had a dream year. All the headlines are there, but I still genuinely believe I've got a massive game inside me. And Gerwyn Price is someone as soon as I saw the draw, he was the one I was sort of aiming for, and a huge fan of his. Just love the way he was in the practice room. And I watch everybody, from the BDO to the PDC. I watch every single. How do they prepare? And he's quite unique, and he just sits on his own. He's in his own bubble, and I would love to play him in the quarter-final while he's shouting and screaming like he's doing right now, and I would love to make that statement.
Do you feel like, obviously Michael's the defending champion here, but in a tournament that is played over such long formats, like the first to 7, your unbeaten record, which is now quite considerable, pushing 4 years, do you feel it gives you an advantage?
I've never once thought of Michael van Gerwen because he's in the top half, I'm in the bottom half, and it'd be just ridiculous to even think about that. Michael is sensational. He's got more talent in his little finger than I've got in my whole body. But I'd be shocked if any PDC player works as hard as I do. Now I'm full time as well. I'm really dedicating myself to the game, and I just think there's something. I just think there's something in there for me. Even if I got the quarter final, I still want to make that huge statement. Fallon's been the biggest success for me, and she's helped me so much because no one was interested in an interview with me. Nobody's interested. It was all about Fallon this week, and what that meant was for the first time in the PDC, I came through the back door. And all of a sudden, I'm now in the quarterfinals now, and I'm sure there'll be media interest. But I'm ready to make that statement.
And just a final question.